H-Boy from the room back with another one. We got Marc Lamont Hill being attacked by Emanny on the podcast after basically joking about his reading. I mean, it was one for the books because it literally spread all over the internet. So this is extremely viral. My thoughts, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you guys after I play this clip. I just want you guys to just hear what happened leading up to the moment. Is Emanny right? Is he wrong for this situation? Was this a buildup? Is this something that you guys feel like is going to happen more and more as time goes on the podcast? Now that clearly it's probably not going to be no suspensions off of this because it's not probably that serious because they were joking after. But, I mean, man, this could be a trend. Let's get straight to it.
Multinational corporation whose operations in over 60 countries covering nearly 200 markets immediately report up to me. That's in short, and pretty much he's saying no.
Yeah, no. He said this is dumb.
Right. Yeah, it makes no fucking financial or sense, period.
You're reaching.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I don't like the way you read, yo. Damn. Get your glasses, bro. I don't like that. I don't like the way you read,
Do me a favor,
bro.
read the last line.
Don't read like that
read
again.
And let me see if you do better.
Don't read like that again. What's the last line?
Now, is this an eye test or a reading test?
What's a reading? It's a reading at this point.
Which one? Which last line?
Read.
His recorded catalog and the purchase of his music publishing rights?
Read the whole shit.
I'm not, nigga. You
Tell that nigga you Bigfoot from West Point.
read it, man. Yeah, because you can't
That's
see.
very tiny.
Yeah, so
It's
get
very
the glasses,
tiny.
boy. Look, you got at your home.
Wait,
Wait, put on the Chloe's? What you want to do?
And you sat there right there. You sat right there and let my man do that, huh?
I didn't think you was
Mr.
gonna let that
Harvard?
happen. You the post. I thought you was gonna let it happen. I didn't think you was gonna let it happen.
Oh, wait, that sound crazy?
No,
No, you
don't
sounded
sound
fine.
crazy at all.
You did just what I expected.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yo.
Yo. Oh, shit. Emanny.
Stop playing, yo. I told y'all.
You can't do that,
Stop
nigga.
playing, yo.
Yo, mama, you okay?
That's a charge.
Yo, I sue it.
Now, in my opinion, my raw opinion, like I said, I'm gonna try to be a lot more opinionated with the cast members, right? And then when I give these opinions, you know, I hope nobody takes it personal because I'm honestly, you know, I'm just observant and I just enjoy the content, right? But I did have a big issue initially with Emanny throwing something at Marc Lamont Hill, only because of the cachet that Marc Lamont Hill built on the podcast. Now, if this was like his first 2 months or his first month on the podcast, first couple of weeks, I would have been like, okay, that's cool. That's like, you know, the new kid on the block, you know, they always gonna get joked on, poked at because, you know, they have to build that trust and camaraderie, right? You know, so just having fun. But it's kind of too deep into Marc Lamont Hill's tenure. He's on, I mean, several Potter of the Months, I believe 5 in a row. I don't know. He's just absolutely insane. He's on a Kendrick Lamar type of feat. And I feel like Emanny, you know, although I do feel like it's like, I wouldn't say it's rigged in terms of like it was meant to happen, but like I can tell like they've had like this conversation behind the scenes of what they can and can't do with each other. And I just feel like Marc Lamont Hill is a type of team player that, you know, as long as you don't, you know, just completely disrespect him like awfully, right? Like I'm pretty sure that he's basically lets anything go when it comes to content. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it was just disgusting off of how perfect the throw was. Like if the throw wasn't perfect, if it didn't hit the coffee, if it didn't drop and stain, if it missed, number one, if it missed, it would probably been way better. But like, you know, I just feel like a lot of people, you know, look at Marc Lamont Hill and place him on a certain type of, not a pedestal, like he should be on a certain type of pedestal based off of what he talks about and the content that he specifically talks about that's not podcast related, because the issues is way grander than anything a podcast can talk about, right? But his equity, like who he is as a person, I do feel like if I was to just throw a conspiracy theory out there, right, just for fun, right, this is like his humiliation ritual. He's been too good. He's been too talented. He's been too perfect. And that sounds crazy, right? But he's been the perfect addition on that podcast to the point where Joe Budden can take breaks consistently and the podcast doesn't waver or it doesn't lose its quality, so to say. You know what I'm saying? Just losing a big character like Joe, right? So you have Marc Lamont Hill who's able to just, you know, just speak well, right? Be witty enough for the jokes, but also like understanding and like, you know, very broad in his topic ranges, right? From rap to political stuff, like so many different things he can go to and be knowledgeable and research about it. So I just feel like if I was just throw a conspiracy out there, it'll probably be a tiny bit of jealousy, and I just feel like Emanny is working his ass off. And I don't mean jealousy in a negative way. I feel like a competitive jealousy. I feel like Emanny wants to win Potter of the Month. I feel like Emanny wants to be like that guy, because to me, he's been potting like that guy, in my opinion. So, like, I don't know if this is like, the sixth man is like, yo, I'm trying to, score. Like, this is a sports reference, but like a sixth man basically trying to score on a starter in practice, like he just went crazy. He crossed him up, then he pushed him after he crossed him. So it's just like, I just think, to me, at first I was pissed, but then after, like, I seen the jokes and it's like constant jokes, I can tell it wasn't that serious. At first I'm like, whoa, this is dumb serious. I mean, what, you hating on the guy? Because, I mean, he's doing good. But no, it does seem like it's more of like a competitive, like, all right, you think you got this one on me, but look, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all think in the comments below. I'm really waiting for you guys to let me know how y'all think. But in my opinion, I just created this whole conspiracy theory about Emanny basically wanting to be like the starter, right? And he's so hungry, right? And I think this is more of hunger and like passion, right? Because his takes let me know that his takes are very like I said before, his takes are like transparent. It's 100% kind of his opinion. He's not like holding it back, or you know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain, but to me, he does a very good job of expressing himself. So, like I said, I just feel like this is a great segue to maybe getting himself a little more looks here and there. Like, he might get a little more passes in game. This is just a sports analogy, but in my opinion, I think it was good for the podcast virality. But for me, at first, like I said, I went through a whole bunch of emotional roller coasters because at first I was a little tight. Like, bro, why are we hitting people on the podcast? Like, we just trying to talk. In my opinion, that's kind of how I see it. People just giving their opinions, kicking back, vibing in a living room type of setting. You know what I'm saying? So, but after the laughs, the behind the scenes, Emanny's like still kind of trolling to this day, showing old clips of Queen's Flip basically getting hit with a water bottle, like stuff like that lets me know that, all right, this is like more of a content rather than just like hidden animosity. I don't see Emanny as that type of person at all, to be honest, because he's, like I said, he's transparent about how he feels. So I don't think, I think it'll be quite obvious if he was like a hater to Marc, but I don't think so. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. It's being boy from me the room, back with another banger, man. Peace.